Oh my lord, it's official. Falling wedge pattern on the Bitcoin play out perfectly, or should I say, as I predicted. And I don't care that this position hasn't played out yet. I'm talking about the full rally for the 20% from the bottom to the top, approximately 25% to be more accurate if we're gonna take this bottom. And yeah, everything played out perfectly. So congratulations and thank you for following me since we projected and start, let's just say, predict that this could be our potential falling wedge pattern, the one that sends the price to the upside after a clean breakout. We took a buy long position from here after finding a juicy buy long spot, and we took the buy long position, rally to the upside, just broke through this descending trend, retested that trend line, and rallied to the upside. And I told you guys, if you miss this move, there is a second move. And the second move was the second buy long position. To be more accurate, it was at around here because we closed inside this range between $90,000 and all-time high territories. And of course, I'm talking about this range because at some point it was our support, that was our resistance. That was some kind of manipulation type of event, whatever, because we're facing a power of 3 potential model: accumulation, manipulation, and right now we're inside potential distribution phase. So I hope this whole scenario will play out because I want to see that play out. Yeah, I'm bullish on crypto, whatever. And yeah, we close inside this range. So the Bitcoin right now has a very strong probability to start reaching those previous all-time highs all over again. But nonetheless, secure your gains. And of course, this key level was broken, and my next target point would be, just bear with me, let me just go on the 12-hour time frame. I want to see more candles. It's the same as a daily time frame, but for me, I can see clearly more candles and I connect more dots. If there's going to be some kind of bearish scenario, we're going to see some kind of retracement. I see one specific indicator. I'm talking about this ascending trend line because this trend line works as a support. We saw multiple confirmations at the bottom here. Of course, despite this manipulation, or let's just say pump, let's just say dump and pump, went back inside this trend line. We respect it, I mean above it. And right now, if we're gonna see some kind of retracement, I also seeing a very sharp trend line that connects those dots at the top. We have 3 touch points, and if we're gonna see some kind of, I don't know, a breakdown, yes, there is a probability to start retesting the bottom of this range all over again, $90,000. So there is a room for a retracement as well. So be careful because right now to start longing Bitcoin, I don't know if I would do that if I were you. If I started to long from the bottom and I'm securing my gains, I don't care. So yeah, you shouldn't be following me. So yeah, fellas, right now, I do believe that the Bitcoin right now has a strong chance to start retesting those previous all-time highs, but the main mission for the Bitcoin, I see a lot of resistance right here at approximately 98.5 at around here, because I saw and I'm seeing a lot of previous support, or let's just say, to be accurate right now, this is our resistance. We need to break through these levels. We need to break through this level because I see a lot of, at the top actually, there's a lot of supply. There's a lot of supply, a lot of resistance. So there could be, we need more information, or we need to see some kind of retracement to start building our buy long position. But of course, we took a buy long position on Ethereum and Solana, so we need to see how everything is going to correlate. But because Solana with Ethereum looks perfect, for me, based on the chart, it looks perfect. So we'll see how everything is going to correlate with the Bitcoin. So right now, keep an eye on this sharp ascending trend line that acts as support, which I don't like it. I don't like those sharp trend lines, but yeah, those trend lines could be valid because we're going to break the whole structure. We're going to go to the downside if we're going to see some kind of breakdown through that trend line. But the second target point would be alongside this, let's just say, trend line. Because if I'm going to talk about swing highs, and this is our swing low, and this is going to be our swing high, and this trend line perfectly aligns. Yeah, everything, let's just say everything is connected at around here 0.5, 0.618, this golden zone. So keep an eye on this position. Buy long could be, let's just say, destroyed. And yeah, so that would be my retracement zone. Let me just do that one more time. That would be the zone to wait for some kind of retracement and to open our buy long positions one more time at approximately here. And yeah, the first target point would be 0, then 98, 0.6, and then all-time high territories. Because when you see those sharp rallies to the upside, there is always room for a retest, you know? There is always room for a retest, and yeah, we have to try to anticipate that. We have to be careful, and we have to take a look if there's a bullish scenario, there's always a bearish scenario. So, and right now, Bitcoin is inside this range when it experienced all-time high territories. There is a lot of supply, there's a lot of selling pressure here. So there's nothing actually new right now on the Bitcoin, only that, yeah, congratulations, and we need to break through those highs to close it, to print some kind of demand, I don't know, then this trend line would be invalidated and then rally to the upside. I want to see some kind of bullish market structure right here, like this one, and that would be awesome. Talking on Ethereum. On Ethereum still looks perfect. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of resistance in front of us. Let me just take a quick look. At approximately here, we're getting rejected inside this small range, but still the bullish momentum still here, and we're trying to build this ascending trend line, ascending triangle pattern, or yeah, alongside with this ascending trend line that acts as a support, and we're gonna see some kind of clear breakout rally to the upside. So my next target point would be 2.1k and around $2,000, because I do believe that that psychological level has to be retested. And then if we're gonna break it, the second target point would be that, like if you remember from my previous video, that juicy ascending resistance, because it was our ascending support. Right now, this is our ascending resistance trend line, 2.8k. And also Solana, let me just take a quick look on Solana. Solana also took off around this golden zone from our swing highs to our swing lows. Or should I say now, from our swing lows to our swing highs. Right now Solana took off, but right now it's still getting rejected. I don't like actually this supply zone, this impulsive bearish candle. I don't like it. We need to break it. We need to break through those levels in order to close bullish and keep the bullish momentum. Another rally to the upside. So yeah, my target point completely would be 180. Yeah, approximately that, 180 would be my final target point if we're going to keep that bullish momentum. But of course, we need to see how everything is going to correlate with the Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is getting rejected. Of course, not great, not terrible. We don't care because we took a buy long position from absolutely bottom, for those who've been following me. But yeah, Bitcoin right now is, if we're going to talk about swing, what would be our main supply zone from the top that we have to break it? From our swing lows to our swing high, let's just use the Fibonacci tool, and I'm going to use a little bit of the Forex terms. So yeah, everything is perfectly aligned at 0.705, that discounted supply zone. I'm always also looking at those levels. So I could expect something like this, the bearish scenario, and then retest this ascending trend line that perfectly aligns with this key level. So if you took a buy long position from here, I suggest you to secure your gains. If you took buy a long position from here, you're already happy, you don't care, and I want you guys to start enjoying your weekend, because yeah, tomorrow is Friday. We did a phenomenal job start longing from the bottom. I like to be right on these type of trades. Of course, it's boring, those massive long swing trades, but yeah, it is this is my game. And yeah, technically right now, what I want to say is that the next video will be, if I'm going to start doing market updates every single day, I need to start dropping live streams. So everything is going to be during the live stream. We're going to analyze everything together. We're going to discuss about everything together, because when I'm going to upload this video, the markets, I mean, the price could change dramatically. You know what I'm saying? So I want to start doing more live streams like I did in the past, because yeah, my last live stream was in 2024. Right now it's 2025. I need to start doing more live streams and start to, I don't know, engage with my audience that you voted on my Telegram channel. You voted that you want more live streams. I'm going to deliver to you. So yeah, congratulations for those who took buy long position. Of course, Ethereum and Solana looks great, but still we're facing a lot of resistance and we have to break it. But based on the charts, not looking at the supply, based on the charts, everything is sitting at the lowest points, and Ethereum especially, so there's a huge probability to start rallying up. Maybe the Bitcoin is going to start cooling off and we're going to see the Bitcoin dominance. You can go BTC.D, you can start looking at the Bitcoin dominance when it starts dropping, and you need to start seeing how everything is going to correlate with the altcoins, because altcoins need to start pumping, especially Ethereum. If Ethereum is not going to pump, I don't believe we're going to see that altcoin season. These are my thoughts. So the quick market update, I want to stamp this, that the following wedge pattern play out. It doesn't matter that this is not like insane rally that we expected, but still, at the end of the day, I just show you how pattern works, how you need to be patient, how you need to be, I don't know, how you need to be prepared for these type of things, how you need to follow the game plan. So yeah, that is pretty much it. My next target point on the Bitcoin, all over again, we need to break through those levels, through this 98K. But of course, at the end of the day, as I mentioned you, we have a lot of resistance in front of us. So when the Bitcoin is facing every single coin, doesn't matter if the Bitcoin or even it would be Ethereum facing all-time highs. I mean, when you're facing all-time highs, it is very hard to predict. You can pinpoint Fibonacci's, whatever. We are in space. We are in space when we're reaching those all-time high territories. We don't know if we're going to start breaking to the upside, if we're like a huge believers and there's a lot of hope in front of us. I mean, inside of us, or we're going to start seeing a strong selling pressure, and our trend lines gonna be triggered. We're gonna experiencing that breakdown and movement to the upside. But of course, those trend lines are, I believe they're valid, and keep an eye also on those ascending trend lines that act as support. I'm talking about Bitcoin right now. So yeah, my next target point would be $99,000. I do believe, I'm still very curious how the market will react when we're gonna reach $100,000 one more time right now. Well, not technically one more time, but when we're going to reach those levels, how the market will react. Are we going to start seeing a lot of selling pressure, or people are going to lose their heads? We're going to start seeing insane rally to the upside. So it's very interesting, but I believe that there is a room for us to see some kind of pullback. There is a room for us to see that bearish scenario to play out. So always be cautious, secure gains, and we are trying to hunt for those type of trades that we're sitting at their lowest points and to start seeing some kind of price reversal. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Tomorrow's Friday. I want you guys to enjoy a Friday. You definitely, for those who've been following me, definitely made gains. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That is all I have for you today. So yeah, peace out.